Good morning, students. Welcome in Electronic Devices and Circuits. We already discussing unit number 2, MOSFET and its DC analysis. In previous lecture, we discussed the non-ideal voltage current characteristics, and in that we discussed the finite output resistance, body effect. That, as per the syllabus, we have discussed one, and third one is the mobility that carriers related to that point we are discussed one, which is not in that syllabus, but just I given the information about that particular carrier mobility. Now, in this today's lecture, with consideration of this voltage current characteristics, we are going to discuss the effect of the sub-threshold conduction, then breakdown, then we are going to see the how the temperature it is going to affect. As usual, just I will brief once again the what the exactly the voltage and current it is having related to the MOSFET and how it is considered one. Here, as you know that MOSFET is the most commonly used that compact transistor in the digital as well as the analog world. Here, due to the development of this particular, you can say that this transistor MOSFET, the entire world revolution is, you can see that change the scenario of that particular electronics age. So there is a very big development it is happening in the VLSI technology and all that thing. That thing we are already discussed one. And here the current is in that particular MOSFET, it is uh, flowing through the drain to source region is due to the you can see that gate voltage, and due to that gate voltage the inversion layer it is generated on, right? So that formation of the inversion layer, it or inversion charge, inverted charge layer, this current it is you can see that flowing in that particular MOSFET. This inversion charge is controlled by the, again I just said, gate terminal. That is the related to this particular thing. Now already we discussed the MOSFET biasing, how the bias it is made one. Here in figure A, initially the whatever the substrate terminal is there, that it is again grounded with considering the source terminal. That means source terminal and these substrate terminals are grounded one. And with this situation, when the gate voltage that is called as the VGS, this VGS is very less than that particular threshold voltage. And during that condition, whatever the channel is there, in that channel there is no inverted layer or inversion layer, it is generated. And due to that, there is no any flow of the current, it is happened. That means in that situation, ID is equal to 0. This is considered in the figure A. Now, if suppose that particular VGS, you are increasing from 0 to towards the positive, and it is reaches to the threshold voltage VT, or it is more than that VT, then what happens? Here, in an inverted layer, it is generated one, and due to that inverted layer, that inversion charge it is developed in that particular channel, and due to that, the whatever the source it is having the majority carriers, these are flowing through that particular charged region towards the drain, and due to that, what happens? Conventional current it is starting flow from the ID conventional current, which is starting from the drain terminal, that is the ID current, it is through the channel towards the source. That is, it is happened in this particular when you are increasing the VGS, or that VGS it is increasing more than that particular VT, more than that particular VT. Now, this is the some sort of the how the this particular MOSFET it is biased. Okay, by considering that point of view, the characteristics here it is drawn or plotted by. Here, as usual, I already discussed that as our gate voltage, gate to source voltage, it is increases from 0 towards the positive voltage, right? And due to that, they as it is increases or it is becomes more than VT, then first graph it is shown that VGS is greater than VTM, threshold voltage. Okay, due to that, whatever the initial graph it is shown, it is as that particular its characteristic it is shown on. That means the that particular idea versus VDS it is shown here. Now, as you are increasing that particular VGS towards the positive, that means initial threshold voltage, whatever the VGS you are make greater. Apart from that, again you are increasing that one. Again, this second graph it is or it is plotted and it is shown the different characteristics. Yes, that means related to that one, but it is having some sort of the having the more current and all that saturation voltage and all that thing. Threshold voltage, it is some sort of the increased one like that. It is shown here. Here dotted line is also you are here it is shown what that means this dotted line towards that ID current x-axis you can see that region it is called as the ohmic region, and whatever the point you are getting that VT point where that particular gate voltage it is reaches one. After that your ID current it is constant and that saturation it is considered that saturation region it is considered one. So this graph it is shown here, right? That means this is the you can see that whatever the that VAC curve related to ID current and that VDS. So by considering that point of view, again that biasing cases are considered one different biasing cases. That means just I explained that when VGS is less than VT, that is the gate voltage is less than the you can see that threshold voltage, and due to that the transistor or MOSFET it is in a cupped off position. That means there is no any inversion layer it is formed. Okay, and if that means there is no any current it is flowing through the drain to source. But when you are increasing the VGS, that means it is greater than that particular threshold voltage, then positive voltage which is applied with respect to the source with a drain, positive voltage which is applied at the drain with respect to the source, the electrons in the source will be drawn towards the drain. That means the electrons are moving towards that particular drain through the channel. Why? Because that particular inversion layer it is form one, and that whatever the channel which is having the inversion layer through that particular electrons are flowing towards the drain terminal, and due to that the conventional current it is flowing from the drain to source. And whatever this situation is happen, it is due to the your gate voltage. That means as you are increasing the gate voltage, okay, accordingly that and when it is reaches threshold voltage, right, at that time that current it is flowing on. By considering the values of this particular VGS, there the transistor it is considered in either in the triode region or the saturation region as consideration of that particular VGS value, right? And whatever the depending value of VDS is there, because VDS is also playing some sort of the role, because once that ID current it is flowing one, if you are increasing the VDS, depending on their that particular current flow, it is again you can see that increases one. But that current flowing it is controlled by the voltage by VGS. Remember that. Now there are three modes of that particular operation it is considered: cutoff mode, cutoff region, triode that means a linear region, and saturation region. That is the thing. Now here dependence of the current on voltage applied, just as it is explained that thing. Right, just I explained that thing. That means whatever the current it is flowing, it is due to the voltage VGS. As the voltage VGS it is increases, that if affecting the flow of the current of that particular ID. That is the thing. Right? Remember that thing. This is all about whatever we just discussed, and hence the whatever the channel resistance is there, that channel resistance is also becoming low because that current it is flowing through that particular inversion layer towards the source from the drain to source. Now next, in this, actually by considering the whatever we discussed up to now in the in this particular part, in the slides, that is non-voltage ideal current characteristics. Now the next effects, we already discussed two effects as per the syllabus, finite output resistance and the body effect, right? By considering that point again, the next that particular effect, that is also we are going to discuss here. That is the, I am considering the fourth because third mobility I discussed in that mobility carriers. So here, fourth is the threshold conduction. How the threshold conduction is happen and all that thing. Here, see here. In order to address the sub-threshold conduction phenomenon, let us plot the IDS VGS characteristics. IDS VGS, that means drain to source current and the that particular VGS. Here VTH, it is the threshold voltage, it is shown here. Now by considering this graph, as your VGS it is increases and it is becoming the equal to VTH, then your IDS it is start to flow in that particular region, right? And as you are again increases that particular VGS, comparing to that VGS, your IDS is again increases one. See here in this particular figure. So here, if you are observing this particular IDS VGS curve, it shows that the current does not drop abruptly to zero at VGS is equal to VT. VGS is equal to VTH. It is not zero. It indicates that the MOS transistor is partially conducting for voltage below the threshold voltage. It is partially conductive. This effect is called as the sub-threshold or weak inversion conduction. Right? It is called as the sub-threshold or weak inversion conduction. Remember this particular thing. Now, see, then how it is, see here. To study sub-threshold conduction effect in more detail, let us redraw the curve on logarithmic scale as shown in the figure. See here. IDS versus VGS again consider one, and here log scale it is considered one. See, VTH it is happen some sort of the that particular VGS voltage when it is reaches to that particular thing. But that up to that VTH voltage, this graph shows that there is the some sort of the current it is flowing on. See here, okay. That sub-threshold conduction region it is shown here, and the slope of that particular sub-threshold voltage is also shown in that particular. Now, from this IDS VGS curve in log scale, it is clear that current does not drop directly zero for that particular VGS which is less than VTH, but actually decays in an exponential fashion. In exponential fashion, it is there. So, thus, even the VGS is less than this particular VTH, this IDS is a finite, but it exhibits exponential dependence on the VGS for smaller value of that VGS, roughly in the range of 200 millivolt. So there is a small current, a small voltage. It is you can consider one smaller value of that particular VGS. You are considering one. That for that particular value, some IDS is finite. Some sort of the IDS it is. You can see that flowing in that particular region on that particular VGS values or a smaller values of that VGS, right? That is shown in this particular thing. That means even though there is a the VGS it is not reaches up to VTH, there is a small current it is flowing on, and this is due to that VDS voltage. And that VDS voltage it is considered up to in the range of the 200 millivolt. That small value of that particular thing it is considered, right? So as the VDS again increases and the VGS again increases, and whenever the VGS it is reaches to the VTH, then again you are that particular sudden increase in the current it is happening. That already we discussed one. But here is the case. What is the sub-threshold voltage? It is here. Below that threshold voltage, whatever the current it is flowing on, that consideration is nothing but your sub-threshold voltage, and this is the some sort of the due to the that particular smaller value of VDS, smaller value of VDS. But there is a, again it is dependence on that particular VGS value. Okay, remember that thing. Now, the sub-threshold conduction effect can be formulated as the IDS is equal to 10 exponential of the VGS SN K TQ, where N is the greater than 1 and is a non-ideality factor. It is a non-ideality factor. In digital circuit designs, the presence of sub-threshold current is not desirable because it is a deviates the transistor from its ideal switch like a behavior which is required that current should drop as fast as possible once the gate to source voltage falls below VTH. See here, it is not that much, you can see that desirable one, because whenever the VGS it is dropped below the VTH, at that time current should be dropped. But this is your, you can see that ideal situation over there. That is the consideration over there. This is the one thing. And another thing is that the sub-threshold conduction behavior is the represented sub-threshold slope factor S, which indicates the change in the VGS for a non-decayed change in the drain current, which indicates that there is a change in the VGS is there, and which is the for that particular change in drain current, indicates the change in the drain current. The unit of S in this particular form is the millivolt divided by decade. From the above equation, again we can show that S is equal to N KTQ inverse log of that particular thing. That is the equation is considered for this threshold, sub-threshold conduction. But this thing, this is the all about the sub-threshold. Remember that sub-threshold, it is again due to that particular small value of the VDS, and when it is happen, when the VGS is not reaches to the VTH threshold value, whatever the 0 to that particular threshold value region is there, in that this particular, you can see that that particular sub-threshold it is happen. Remember that. Now, next point is the breakdown. Okay, breakdown occurs when the flyback voltage generated during the turn off of an inductive load or spike voltage caused by the parasitic induction of the drain load exceeds the breakdown voltage BVDSS of MOSFET. Right? That means it is due to that particular flyback voltage or that particular inductive load or spike it is happening in that particular by that parasitic inductance of that particular drain, it is considered one. That means inductance, inductive loading effect, you can see that is considered, and due to that whatever the spike it is happen, due to that breakdown concept it is happen. When breakdown occur, that PN junction of the MOSFET it is reverse bias one, and strong electrical field is producing the one depletion layer, and free electrons again having high kinetic energy as they have accelerated in the strong electric field, right? Where free electrons collide with the atoms comprising a crystal lattice, they knock other bond electrons out of atoms and create a electron hole pairs. Electron hole pairs. This knocking out process continues and increasing the number of free electrons in the leading to the breakdown. So breakdown, it is again flyback voltage which is generated during the turn off region. Remember that. See, in I think previously one or two video lectures or before that again, or in MOSFET also we see that after the saturation region there is a sudden increase in that particular current it is happening. It is called as a breakdown and that is again happens due to the VDS. Okay, even though ID it is controlled by the VGS. So here it is considered as the flyback voltage. Because of that particular turn off of that during the turn off, the inductive load or that spike voltage it is caused one, and that parasitic inductance of the drain it is that load exceeds the breakdown voltage BVDDS DSS of MOSFET, and due to that this particular thing it is happening, right? And due to that again that strong depletion layer it is increased one, and again that particular kinetic energy it is considered for that electrons which are free electrons are there, and they collide here in that particular thing, which is again knocking other bound electrons, and due to that electron hole pair it is happen one in that particular thing, and this knocking out process continues, increasing that particular free electrons, and this is the leading to the breakdown. This is the leading to the breakdown. That is the breakdown effect, which is considered under the non-ideal voltage situation. Now, temperature effect. See, temperature it is an important thing for the electronic. You can see the components or devices. How it is there, we'll see in the next coming points as well as. And in this point, we are going to discuss how it is affecting one. See, uh, MOSFETs are positive temperature coefficient device. It is said that MOSFETs are the positive temperature coefficient devices. See, therefore, as the temperature of the device it is increases, the resistance also increases. Why? Because temperature increases, that means the current flowing in that particular region it is decreases one, and due to that current flow decrease, there is the increase in the. Here it is say that, in other words, higher temperature results in the lower current. This sentence says that. Okay. Also, yeah, due to this temperature, the threshold voltage and mobility also decreases one as the this temperature increases. See how the temperature it is affecting. As temperature increases, the device performance also degrades, and the temperature decreases. See, as the temperature increases, device performance obviously because current it is going to lower one, resistance increases one, like that it is happening. Your threshold voltage and mobility it is also affecting on that particular temperature. So temperature increases, these things are happening. And if the temperature decreases, obviously the device performance you can say that you will get good one. So the behavior of MOSFET output characteristics changes due to the temperature effects. Here we can see that. As the temperature, you can see that affecting on that particular MOSFET, then its characteristics also get changed one, because might be resistance increases, current decreases, other parameters are get changed one. So due to that you will get there is a difference in that particular, you can see that output characteristics. So it is because as the temperature changes, why it is happening? Because as the temperature changes, there is the variation in the threshold voltage, obviously, carrier mobility, body leakage current, and the drain and source contact resistance. These all are affecting due to the increase in the temperature. Got this thing? So as the temperature increases, there is the change in that particular, you can see that MOSFET it is happening one, that means characteristics of MOSFET it is getting changed one, and the threshold voltage, mobility carriers, again the performance of that particular MOSFET it is also, you can see that degrades one, and the resistance is increased one, that means as the temperature increases. These all are affecting on that particular entire working of that particular MOSFET. Okay, so all with this point, all these particular effects in the non-ideal voltage current characteristics we discussed one, and by this particular point, these six, already five it is considered in our syllabus, but sixth one I already explained one. So by this particular point it is completed one, which is the under this particular voltage current characteristics. So be in touch. If you are having any query, you can ask me anytime. Thank you.